and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host, Ian Duncan, and my pronouns are he, him, any. I am playing Yasher Engel, the occultist librarian book nerd. And here to play along with me, please welcome Xavier Trudeau-Deschênes.
Hello, I'm Xavier, he, him, and I'm playing the role of Aline Lévesque, the shaken photographer.
Shaken, but not
shaken,
stirred.
but still not stirred for now. But the stirring may happen soon.
There's a stirring deep within her, an eldritch stirring, one may even say, and also stirred on by the cosmic things beyond the comprehension of mortal minds. Please welcome Karen Huesman.
Hello, I am Karen, she, her, and I play Melody Thompson, the girl with a book of secrets.
Ooh. Book of secrets, book of spells.
Mm-hmm.
We love a girl with a book of secrets and a book of spells.
All in one.
And all in one and one for all, please welcome Zach Clark.
What's up? My name is Zach, he, him. I'm playing Razz, McClay, he, him, the gun mole, aka the ammunition merit officer. Do good, get a good gun.
I love that. And he has so many. So it's all based on just how well you do is what kind of good gun you get.
Absolutely.
In your estimation, what's the best gun that Razz could give out?
Oh man, well, he has, I don't want to spoil anything, but he does have, a automatic little toy that could go to someone who really excels at their craft. You never know. Really wow.
I love it. And crafting this story of madness and terror, please welcome the keeper of our arcane lore, Susan Spenader.
Hi, I'm Susan. I go by she, her, and I'll be playing just some little guys. No big deal.
Just some little guys. We're all just some little guys here.
Yeah, just some little guys. Just some little guys get into a little mischief, spreading a little chaos.
Just having a little fun.
Yeah.
We love a horror campaign of just little guys.
Just little guys.
Don't worry about them.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They're fine.
Don't worry about it. Well, speaking of just little guys, we found out last time that we were poisoned. And it was just a little guy who brought us that soup.
Told you, I'm just playing some little guys.
But I think we want to go find out what's up and get some answers. We've survived past like 8 p.m. or 8 a.m., so that's good.
Yeah, I think it's 9:20.
Yeah, let's see how long we can continue to survive. Susan, please take us into these strange aeons.
We start with a burst of white light as the investigators step out of the Giggling Gargoyle Tavern and onto the snow-laden streets of Whimsybrook. The brightness fades, revealing a bustling scene of festival preparations. The camera follows their back, showing fresh snow crunching underfoot and the festive decorations lining the streets. The distant sound of a clock ticking echoes faintly as the camera moves through the crowd. There's a subtle sense of dark forces lurking just beneath the surface, almost felt rather than seen. The camera cuts to the Whispering Teapot Inn, panning upward to the attic window. Inside, Mabel lies restless in her bed, her face twisted in a grimace as if gripped by a nightmare. The ticking of the clock grows louder, mingling with the muffled sound of the festival outside. The camera then captures the towering silhouette of the founder's mansion, its imposing presence casting a long shadow over the town. It stands as a silent sentinel, watching over the day's festivities with an eerie stillness. Finally, the camera returns to the investigators as they move through the festival crowd, their breath forming mist in the cold air. Their expressions are a mix of determination and wariness, ready to uncover more of Whimsy Brook's secrets.
Y'all, I think at some point we got to go to this founder's mansion because it was highlighted so ominously in this wonderful description.
We'll get there when we're done with all the side quests.
Yes, that's true. We'll tabling that.
Don't want to trigger endgame.
There's the main quest up atop, and then you guys just keep minimizing that screen. It keeps opening every time you reload the game.
It reminds me of, I've been playing the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC, and like I've heard that if you like move too far around the map or like go to certain areas, much like many FromSoft games, you can like screw up quests and stuff like that. And so I've been like inching along, hoping like I am not moving too far in the main story, like very slowly. I feel like that's what's going on here. Like, okay, we got the mansion that's somewhere. Okay, just make sure we don't step over the threshold somehow.
Don't cross the invisible line.
Yeah, Susan's got some horrible and eldritch plan for over there.
I'm just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
Just got to make sure we save our game enough, so we can reload.
Technically, that's basically what you guys have.
Yeah,
That's true.
A respawn
That is
point.
true.
We have a respawn point.
Should we really go to Silas's parents now? Is this what's the most pressing? They own the general store, right?
That's correct. I seem to remember they had some falling out.
I just feel like we have both all the time in the world, and we don't have enough time to do everything. I don't know how to approach this. I don't know how to think.
I think whatever we do, we should do it cautiously. We don't know what is or isn't a real death here. We've all died multiple times before and come back, but Mabel was shot in the head and she apparently didn't make it through this time. I don't know what that trigger is, and I don't want to find out.
You're right, we are a little low on time. I think the best thing we can do is just act fast. Look for answers as fast as we can.
I'm not good at acting fast. I like to think things through. Maybe we don't threaten anyone needlessly, huh?
Aline shrugs.
I'm sure it doesn't matter. They might not even remember it the next day.
It might do you some good, actually, to try it. Yeah, sure. Maybe you'll discover something.
Aggression makes my stomach all bad, awful. I get reflexy acid.
Yeah, sure. Would it make you feel better if you had one of these and he brandishes a pistol?
Absolutely not. The opposite.
You know, it has a safety.
Do you see how shaky his hands are?
Maybe it'll still confidence. Maybe get rid of that shakiness. That you don't even want to hold it.
In the interest of keeping us all safe, maybe you can run over some basic firearm safety with me.
No. Yeah, sure. You don't need any of that. So truly hold a gun. All you got to do is earn it. He puts his arm around Yasha and he leads him in direction of the store.
I love it. Truly an American man, Razz.
Yes, the most American. So being led downtown, how brazenly are you brandishing this gun?
Well, I wanted Yasha to see what could be earned, like we're at Dave and Buster's or something. It's just a prize on the wall. This is something you could
just dangling it in front of him
for 1,000 tickets.
Spinning on his finger. Whee!
But just like little side hip action. You're like, just
Side hip wink
A little taste.
for you.
Because Razz totally understands he's out in the open and he still has little bugaboo following him around wanting this case back. And That is definitely not influencing his decision to give away all the guns in the case at all.
Because then it's not just Razz who stole the guns.
God, don't even think about that. This is America. We share things. In the 1920s.
Yeah. Let's not get into that. So you guys are heading down the street. It's past the town. Everything's past the town square. Basically, the other end of town from the Whispering Teapot Inn. You guys find yourself outside the Whimsy Brook Supply Co. And can I just get everybody to roll a spot hidden?
Oh, of course.
I mean, I'll do it, but it's not going to be good.
Yeah, I'm not great at that.
Oh my goodness. Except when it is
I never seen that before.
Whoa.
Oh my
a
god.
critical success.
Oh my.
That's a
How
crit,
did you
and
even-
we've got to respect that crit.
Have to respect that.
Oh my
I don't think Michael
That
Phelps
is
has that
like-
many medals.
ultimate. And then all of you succeeded.
What?
Wow.
All right,
Okay.
where is she? Where's my wife?
Yeah, where do I see Raz's wife?
Actually, well, first, the thing that I wanted you to see wasn't that big of a deal, but
It better be now, Susan.
it is. But first, so you come up on the sign, and yeah, sure. First off, you're just very paranoid and generally, like,
That's fair.
I guess you're not usually situationally aware, but now you are ultra situationally aware. So you are the first to clock that the sign for this was painted over, and you could see the faded letters underneath. It says like the store had been renamed. It was Sunny Sundries.
Is this the future? Are we in the future?
I think we jumped timelines.
What loop is this?
But with your crazy success, you do see what you could only describe, even in your nicest terms, as two goons. Fedoras, long trench coats, clearly holding a gun. They're trying to hide that they have a gun on their hip, but they're expertly hiding it, but you just saw how Razz was expertly hiding his, so now you clocked it on them. And one is a big, like a tall Amazonian woman, and the other one is like this man of average height, like very gruff looking. He did not see you guys. Neither of them did. They were going they were walking away from the town square, so in the direction of the Whispering Teapot Inn, and they were heading towards the pyre and what you guys know is where the Enchanted morning market is.
Okay,
Which is where we were when the commotion happened that one time.
right. That's
Thanks.
right.
I feel like I should give you more just with how good that success was.
No, that's perfect, and thank you for honoring that crit in such a cool way.
But all of you see the Sunny Sundries faded sign.
Raz has still got his arm over Yasher and is like leading him towards this place. So I just like I sort of like hunker into him a little bit. I'm like Raz. They have guns. Do you see them over there? There's a very large woman and a very rough-looking customer man walking toward the market. Do you see them? And I point.
Once it's pointed out, you could see that their fedoras moving through the crowd.
Oh, I know those fedoras anywhere.
You know those goons?
So I wonder if Razz can kind of try to make a stealth check to hide in between the crowd like he likes to do, to try to get the attention away from his retinue here. And this is more of an experiment to see if they are truly after himself, or is there like an order for anyone that he was seen with.
Wow.
That's a good roll.
Yeah, you guys are rolling hot tonight. So you're able to blend into the crowd, even with Yasher like cuddling into you. Like you both just blend in, you move with it, you're flowing, you're easing and flowing, you're not sticking out like a sore thumb.
I try to pretend like I'm selling him something, like real huddled in close, like I'm selling him something as we're walking away to try to blend into the crowd.
No. You're doing the classic pretend to kiss to avoid suspicion.
Razz dips Yasher. Quick, kiss me.
Fair enough. I mean, we are in Whimsybrook, so love flies here.
Yeah, so you blend in, but to hear, you wanted to see if they were looking for you. That would be like a listen or a psychology check to see if you could hear them. They're a little bit further away, so that'd be a little bit harder. Psychology is just kind of inferring what they're trying to do. No, it's very loud. There's a lot of celebrations going on, a lot of kids running around because the giggle parade, they're all getting ready for it. There's just a lot of people around, so you can't really hear what they're doing across the square. They do seem to be talking to people very quickly and then moving on.
I have a mind to tail them to try to see like where they go, because you never want to lose your eye on someone looking for you. I guess Razz would like to try to tell them a little bit, but I don't know.
Razz, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What was that?
Yasher just blushing. He's just blushing. He's just bright red.
I was a little distracted. What are we doing again?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I think Yasher was trying to earn his gun.
Did I?
You might earn the Tommy with that one, buddy.
Well, if you want to spend more time together, we can cover more ground if we split up. We have, if they see you and they shoot you, we try again tomorrow.
We don't know that.
That's a good point. Mabel did get shot in the head.
I'm not a fan of dying so far. There's not one time that I liked, but hey, you said it yourself, Razz. Let's do as much as we can, as fast as we can.
That's right. Let's act fast. If you think splitting up is a risky play, but one that's worth it, let's do it.
Well, now that you say it like that, I'm having second thoughts.
Aline, are you carrying your camera? I think
Yes.
you were. Yeah.
I have
okay.
my gear.
Okay. So, how's the party? So, Aline and Melody store?
Probably.
And then the two lovebirds can continue doing what they were doing?
Might as well.
I feel it's more like Razz pulling Yasher along, because Yasher is like, we should not be following more people with guns. That is crazy.
Yeah, sure. Hey, the idea is we have our eyes on them now. We're in the driver's seat. Come on. It's easy. I'll show you how to tell somebody.
Yeah, and if we can see them, they can see us.
Potentially, if we don't do our jobs right. But we could always try again tomorrow.
We don't know that.
And that's what you hear as you split off, and Aline and Melody's like, okay, let's go into the store, and you hear the ding ding as you step in. The Whimsybrook Supply Co. it's typical grocery store of that time, so there aren't really like shelves of things. There's not like a big department store. There are things that you could grab in the store, but mostly everything's behind a counter, and there's someone behind it. There is a woman standing there. She's probably dealing with someone, but just like finishing up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Take your time. And Aline would pretend to just like browse the shelves or like look for something specifically.
Yeah, so probably out and about. There's like ropes and flour, and on the counters like lard and canned things. The canned things were starting to be big, but not like cans, but like the ones with the pop-off lids. There were like canned cigarettes and canned...
Oh, Yasher would love those.
I actually saw that. They like peel off from the side and then you open it up. My feed has been giving me a lot of like 1920s stuff. It's pretty cool. But she finishes up with the customer, and then she bids them goodbye, and she's like, "Oh, I'm ready. How may I help you?" And this woman, she is a middle-aged woman of Pacific Islander descent, which you could tell from her warm cinnamon-colored skin and her Pacific Asiatic features. And along her neck, going up to her neck, just right below her jawline and down, and you could see it extends below her clothing, is like a series of triangle tattoos. Her hair is cropped short, just along her jawline. It's dark and lustrous locks framing her face, but despite her age, you could see this youthful energy that shines through her eyes, which are a deep shade of brown, like rich earth. Yes, how may I help you?
Oh, good morning, madame. We're staying at the Whispering Teapot, and we've agreed to help Miss Brewster over there with an errand, and we were wondering if you had anything for bugs, like any sort of bug repellent or bug killer.
Oh, that's so curious. Because my husband's over there right now. I guess it must have slipped her mind that he's there. Yeah, I mean, he did go into the kitchen. We have some insect repellent right here. It also would take care of them. You just have to take it over the nest. I'm so surprised Miss Bella didn't tell my husband this.
Miss Bella?
Oh, Isabella Brewster.
Oh, okay. That's just a me thing. Well, we were up early. Maybe we thought we'd be faster, but no, that's great. We just came in town. And we like it so much. We just try to be helpful. We went to a nice place yesterday for dinner. We were served some delicious food from a nice young man working at the Gargoyle Bar.
Oh, and her eyes light up. Oh, you mean my son?
Oh, your son.
Silas.
Silas.
He spoke to you.
Yeah, yes. How is he doing?
And then there's that moment of hesitation. That shine goes away for a moment, and she's like, he's, you know, growing boys. He's just trying to spread his wings. But, well, is there anything else you need here? Oh, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Iris Smith.
I'm Aline Lévesque. It's very nice to meet you.
She's like, oh, I'm Melody. Nice to meet you as well. Yeah, like my friend said, Silas was quite a character last night.
Again, I'm proud of the boy for working at the man for working at the tavern. He's just trying to grow and spread his wings, but you know how it is as a mom. Just want to hold him tight.
Is this a family business? Because I would assume that he'd be here working if it's so.
Yeah, it is. And you see that like sadness pass her face, but he's trying to figure out what type of man he wants to be.
What do you have any idea what kind of man he wants to be? I'm sorry if this is a sensitive subject. I'm just curious because he seemed very nice last night, but
our whole party was taken by him.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, despite Aria, she has brought him out of his shell. It's just, yeah, he's just a young boy experiencing first love, as it is.
Oh, I get it. That's nice. Is it not?
Yeah. It is so clear. I don't even need a roll unless you want to possibly get that success for psychology.
Give the one.
You heard the catch in her tone.
The awkward pause.
Yeah. So, you guys still blending into the crowd, but now going into the town square near where the attendant market is. You come across some vibrant stalls filled with odds and trinkets and things professing to be amazing marvels. But your eyes aren't on these things. They are on the two figures moving through the crowd. Gruffly, they're not really hiding all that well. They're like pushing people out of the way, and then they're like at one point you see the tall Amazonian woman grab someone, say something, and then let go. But people, are, you could see the side-eye glances from the people in the crowd, and then it starts to like open up around them, like people don't want to be near them. But they're moving through the crowd, going from stall to stall.
Looking for us, I presume, or looking for Razz more specifically.
We're a team.
We are now.
Plural. Razz is going to, try to play it cool. Performance-wise, just try to inch as close as possible to the two individuals he's recognized, and just try to see where they are leading towards.
Okay. I guess you could use your stealth again, but that would carry over. I guess we could just have it roll again just to see your level of success. You are going to get close to them, but we'll just see how close you're able to get and feel comfortably hidden from them. And the only thing about this is if you get an extreme failure, like a 96 to 100, you have blown your cover.
Got it. That won't happen. Hey.
So you're just maintaining a respectful, even though you keep saying, we'll just do it again tomorrow. There's this voice in the back of your mind that sounds a lot like Yasher that's going, but do we get another day? So you are getting close enough to hear them speak now. I will give you that because you did have a good success before on your stealth. You can hear them. They are asking, have you seen, you hear them ask, have you seen a man named Razz or man about this high, dark skin, wears a dumb suit?
Well, that'll cost him. Zoot suit, okay.
Thinks he's cooler than he is.
Just being hurtful. I want to do something as Razz, but I don't. If I say it, then I can't take it back. We're in your show.
Yes.
You can't pressure me because then I have to do it. And we don't want to you can't blame me for the chaos.
You really sound like you want to do it.
But you can't if you're gonna be like, do it, dude. You can't blame me for the chaos that ensues afterwards. I have to double down.
I'll never blame you.
We like to take chances and get big and cinematic here. So
hey, that's all I need to hear. I think Razz is going to try. I'm just gonna let you know what I'm thinking and let you know what the play is in Razz's mind. He wants to get as close as possible. If he has to roll another stealth check for a completely different thing, that's totally okay. But he wants to get as close as possible. Have his, and I need to check his inventory for his smallest gun. Put it to the back of the, I can't remember his name. The man though.
Harcourt.
Yes, he wants to saddle the gun up to his back and tell him not to move, and try to go from there.
I think it's your model P08 Luger.
That's old school.
Still a pretty big gun. I don't know if that's your smallest one, but that is the smallest damage size. I know nothing about guns, so.
I'll put that Luger to his back for sure.
are you just going up and doing this, or are you filling Yasher in on any of this?
How distracted is Yasher right now?
I don't think he's distracted. I think he looks very stressed out.
Then Razz is just gonna put a hand on your shoulder. Try to hold it in. If I give you the signal, then you can scream. And he's gonna walk away. And then he's going to he's really jumping into his criminal background with this. He just boom mentally. He's in the speakeasy. He's in his own speakeasy. He's saddling around the crowd, moving all like a smooth criminal. He smoothly takes out his Luger, puts it to the back of Harcourt's back, and he says, "Now, Harcourt, you really think this zoot suit is so stupid? We bought it together."
Okay, I have to roll something for Matty. 2 things, actually. So, Maddie is up ahead. She's grabbed another person by their collar. Have you seen this guy? Have you seen Reyes? Is he around here? She does not hear you, does not see you. She just keeps going through the crowd. You have Harcourt. And Harcourt goes, well. That doesn't seem like a friendly thing you have up on me.
No, sir. Now, you are going to slip away in this crowd with me And you're not going to make any untoward moves, or it'll be the last one you ever make.
You know Maddie's gonna notice I'm missing.
Yeah, she is.
It's your deathbed, kid.
It always has been. Let's get moving.
All right. And he coolly follows. Or wherever you push him.
So I'm trying to push him like slowly towards Yasher, and the second Maddie notices anything or starts to look for Harcourt, I'm gonna give Yasher the signal to scream.
Yeah, it takes her a little bit. Not terribly long, but like it takes her like a minute. So you're able to get further.
That's a long time.
Yeah, like in D&D terms, like
Yeah.
that's a lot of rounds for you to do stuff. Hey, Harcourt, have you... Harcourt? And then she just starts like barreling people out of the way looking for them. Where are you?
We're gonna start moving faster, and as soon as we make eye contact, because I'm sure it'll happen at some point, then I'll give the signal and see if Yasher does his thing, or if he just tries to run or something.
Yasher's over there. He's like, he said he was going to give a signal, but he didn't say what the signal was. I don't know what the signal is. What could that be? Is it gonna? What's it gonna do? I don't know. Is he coming this way? Oh God, he's coming this way.
Even when I pass you, I still don't tell you what the signal is.
Yeah. And Yasher, like, as you're coming towards him, he just like tries to like hide his face, like you're bringing this guy over there. So he's just like trying to like keep eye contact with you, but like try and make himself not seen. And, you just walk past him, and Yasher just like rests against like a stall or something, and is waiting for some kind of signal. I also, Susan, he's got his hand in his bag, and he is fingering the ceremonial knife in his bag that he has on him.
Okay.
His other hand on those beans.
No, those are safely stacked in the room.
You can't play around about those. Those are lifeblood.
Absolutely correct.
So once you pass what clearly is your accomplice, Harcourt, this man who's trying to hide his face, Harcourt, and then he just lets out a loud whistle.
Harcourt does?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
And then Maddie immediately hones in on you guys and then starts barreling that way.
Razz shoots one shot in the air to get the crowd panicking. That's your signal.
Oh, yeah, sure.
He'll
As soon
scream
as
out,
he
won't
hears that, yeah, he's like,
And you are not the only one. There is a lot of pandemonium now.
And there's a lot of chaos, so if I had to make like a strength check to hold on to Harcourt, because I'm trying to hold on to him and drag him away, I want to question him.
So let's do opposing strength checks. It's just by who gets the better level of success determines the winner. So we're both going to roll a strength.
oh my God,
This fish get away,
did
we're in
we
trouble.
start the panic? Is that a weird
Yeah.
timey-wimey thing that we started the panic?
Oh my
that me and Aline saw?
It is now.
Wild.
It's not just a loop. It's also time travel.
Not only is it repeating timelines, it's overlapping timelines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Harcourt tries to slip away, but you easily got him.
Nice.
You feel like him jerking his arm, and he's like, hey, thought I got you there.
Nice try, you little rat.
Now Maddie knows where we are, and that means the boss knows where we are.
Oh, you know me, Harcourt, and I'm a slippery bastard. Let's get out of here. And I drag him away. I'm trying to, at this point, through the pandemonium, I want to take him to the church, because that was the last safe haven Razz remembers.
I just am going to roll a strength for Maddie, because now there are a lot of people in her way trying to push through the crowd. They're running away from the gunshot, so towards her, so it's really hard for her to like push people out of the way. So I'm going to have her roll a strength check just to see her level of success.
Oh, God.
Oh, and that was almost a 1. Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
And it was still really good as a 7.
Yeah.
She's strong.
So she has an extreme success. She is right on your tail. She actually probably pushes Yasher out of the way, not knowing you're associated.
My spine broken in 12 places. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
There is probably like you hit the wall and you get a bruise. Like it was, she forcefully, and she is right on your tail, Razz.
We might have a Looney Tunes moment where me and Hardcore look at each other. It's like, let's scram. That's way too much. But I think we're just at a wacky race now. Razz is going to try to he's going to try one more time because now he's not in a battle to keep Harcourt in line. He's in a battle to try to escape with Harcourt, which is much more difficult at this point.
An unwilling escapant.
So he might give it one more shot. If not, he has to bail.
Okay.
He can't risk being caught. I want my fishy. Got him on the hook.
I'd like to try something too whenever we get to that.
Okay. Is it helping?
Yeah,
Razz?
to help Razz in some way to slow this giant woman down.
If only you had a gun.
Big strong woman. Okay, we'll do Razz first. Let's do the strength just so you've already established you got him. Okay, let's just do Dex. Let's see how fast you move. It's not very fast. You rolled an 87.
Harcourt's bitching at me. Like, come on, man, you gotta go.
It's hard to move when you're holding on to someone with a gun in their back.
I feel like
bagging.
it's one of those moments where he knows, like, I need information from him. So, like, it dawns on you, like, oh, he's not gonna shoot me. That kind of thing, So he's just being like the worst.
Yeah, he's played it pretty cool for a guy who had a gun to his back, because he probably knows that you're cornered because you are. You can't leave this town, and there's someone here. You don't want to be here. Okay, so now back to Maddie. She's right behind you, but let's see if Yasher could stop that.
So I imagine, like, it's as you said, she's like pushing through the crowd. She's an Elden Ring boss, just like boom, knocking things out away
She's
from
in
her.
second form.
Yeah, exactly. Just like barreling through. And yeah, she probably pushes Yasher into like a stall or something as she moves. I think maybe Yasher would like trying to act quickly and see if he can help, like grab a pole or something that's holding up an awning and like try and pull it down, or like pull something down that's nearby her to like cover her in canvas, or trip up her feet or something like that in the chaos of all of this to make her like trip and fall, or at least, stumble enough to give Razz a head start.
I like that. I am trying to equate that to a roll.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be.
Is that what luck would be?
I could make a luck roll for it.
Yeah, we could do luck. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how luck works. Don't listen to me.
I feel like Yasher's a pretty lucky guy.
Well, I will give this a try. Here we go. Roll low, baby. Low enough. 24.
Yeah. Luck is on your side.
First time for everything.
So Yasher being pushed out of the way into a stall that happens to have an overhang above it in this pretty like star pattern, like the light filters through and you see stars on the ground, but you don't see that. All you see is a pole that you ran into, and as she's passing by you, you push the pole even more because it was already wobbly from you being pushed into it, and you push it out of the way and it falls on top of her, and it's like a net. It acts like a net around her, and she does that struggle. You see her struggling to push it off, and this buys Razz a few more moments.
Nice.
So Razz, you are not getting very far. You probably look over your shoulder and see Maddie. She was behind you just a second, and then bam, in this canopy. What do you do?
I'd like to roll to punch Hardcore in the back of the head. Comply.
Yeah, that'd be a fighting brawl.
You wouldn't be talking about my highest stat, would you?
Yes.
Nice.
I could hit this. If I rolled 5 times, I'd probably miss him once.
No.
Yeah, so high. Wow. You have a high brawl.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I mean, if you succeeded that, if you improve to 85, that punch is gonna give you sanity, right?
Yeah.
Sanity-inducing punches. I love it.
Stress
I
therapy.
was just thinking about that. Maybe your punches will get, like, if you punch Yasher, that'll give him sanity because you have sanity punches.
You better not overcook them beans.
It's a good build. It's a good build.
Yeah, it's a build.
So you successfully punch Harcourt.
Quit screwing around, Harcourt. We gotta go now.
So he's a little dizzy now. You're able to pull him. He's fighting a little bit less, but it's still pulling an unwilling human. But Maddie's still struggling. She's starting to tear out of it. She's starting to get out of it. But you are moving away. And now, because he's a little dazed and it's easier to follow him. So where are you trying to go?
Trying to find the first mental safe haven Razz could think about in the city, which for them was the church.
Okay. Yeah, that's nearby. It's right off of the town square. With Maddie's struggle, you are able to get to the front of the church when she takes it off. She has to look around for a second, so I'm going to see if she spots you, because you have moved away and there is a crowd between you.
I just want her to spot Yasher, who accidentally did it. Like, you're going to pay for that, geek.
Well, I was gonna say
And that's just your day.
Yasher probably is running with the crowd, away from all of this. I'll see if I can meet up with Razz later.
So she failed spectacularly, 64. Her skill check is 25. So you successfully have evaded Maddie. You make it into the church. Maybe you see her eyes raking around the crowd looking. You can't be far, and she sees the church just as the door's closing as you step through.
Hello, listeners. Thanks for joining me in the mid-roll. Just got a few announcements real quick, and then we'll get you right back to the episode. Firstly, I'm going to be in a Cyberpunk Red one-off on the No Latency podcast coming up pretty soon here. It's a real cool podcast, great group of people. Go check them out anywhere that you can get podcasts. I'm really excited to play a game with them. That's going to be really, really fun. I'll also be there with several friends of the show from the Dungeons and Randomness podcast. You should know them by now. All of us on Respect the Crit are also on that show. And it's amazing. If you want to hear more of us or you want an incredible D&D podcast or story, check them out. So yeah, Cyberpunk Red, the No Latency podcast. More on that one shot when it gets closer to coming out, so check out our mid-rolls here in our show and also our socials to find out when that's dropping. And speaking of one-shots, our very own Xavier Trudeau-Deschênes has put together an extremely thorough, organized, and beautifully designed booklet of all the custom game design from our Final Fantasy Memories of Midgar campaigns. It's got summons, materia, spreadsheets that automatically do math for you. It's incredible, and he's put his whole ass into making it available for listeners. It's got a choice of the different systems that we've used for each of the campaigns, Everyday Heroes and the Modern D20, so if there's one that you favor over the other, these rules are adaptable for both of those systems. And yeah, it's got the weapons that we have, their materia slots, all of the items, monsters. It's got everything. If you visit our Discord, it's pinned at the top in our Final Fantasy channel, and also watch our socials, because I'll also put up a link to it up there as well. If you want to run your own game set in the Final Fantasy VII universe, or you're just curious about all of the amazing custom design that Xavier did for our game, go check it out. Let it inspire you. And if you do end up running a game, please share it with us. We love to hear about your home games and adventures. That's it. Thank you all so much for listening, for downloading, and for leaving us your feedback. And now, back to the show.
So you see Iris pause. Yeah. Talking about, is Arya good for Silas? You asked that. And you may have failed at psychology, but it's really evident.
You don't think she's a good influence on him, do you?
I'm not from here, clearly, but I hold this town's traditions in the highest regards, and Arya has not only changed my son, she's changing things in town. But this festival has grown, and it's bigger and better, and the Veiled Serenade, that show she puts on, is amazing.
Yeah, Aline would just give a glance at Melody. Do we press this? I look around for some of those weird signs Yasher was talking about, those symbols in the building, see if I see any. Just how involved are they? Wait, no, scratch that. I do look around, but Aline would kind of like lean in closer, just go, well, I'm not from here too, evidently, and I've heard some rumors about, some some of the traditions in town, and I have to say I'm very curious about them, but do you feel like some of them might be strange to you? As you have this different perspective, maybe?
So like, there's a moment, and she like squints her eyes a little bit, like taking you in, like trying to assess. You could clearly see her trying to assess you.
Wow.
That is a crit failure. And what do we do on this show? We respect the crit.
Mm-hmm.
And so that assessment turns into a glare. I'm not gonna get involved. I'm not gonna get involved in this. Leave. I don't want any part of this. What you're doing.
Oh.
Your kind. I don't want any. I don't want. No.
The French?
You know what I mean.
Listen, I didn't mean to make this conversation go south like this. I'm just here to take photos as I was invited in town. I'm just here to observe, and what I observed so far...
Oh, and let me guess, you were invited by Quillum or Betty. No. Get out. I don't want you here. Are you a friend of Arya's? Is that why you're here?
No, but I think I'll go see her show tonight.
Of course you will. Have fun at the Eternal Flame, too.
Okay. Just make sure Silas doesn't get his hands on that insect poison again, or he might use it in someone's soup. I'm just letting you know, okay?
And now you're accusing my son.
Okay, bye.
Belly the whole time just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
As we stand out, I'm like, okay, do you remember the names? Betty and Quillum. Okay, Quillum we know. She hates the cult. She doesn't trust them, but we know that Betty is in the cult. And I'll like write it down in like Mabel's empty journal, and like just try to commit it to memory as I write it down. And then we hear a gunshot.
You do. And then people running. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or a alienist to figure out that that's probably Razz.
Oh, okay. I guess that's our cue.
Yeah, we should probably go.
Unless there's something else you'd like to do, we don't have to. I mean it.
I mean, I know you say everything's off of the town square. Is there like what's adjacent to the supply co?
Okay, you're actually near. Oh, it's like. Oh my god, it's 10 o'clock. You guys made it to 10 o'clock.
Oh, we should make masks.
Yeah, you are near the mask making workshop. And then on this side of town is also where the Mystic Mirror Salon will be. That soiree. And on the edge of town will be the cakewalk, which is also nearby.
I don't know if all of these are gonna happen now that there's like been commotion. Is there like Melody? Is there anything we could use this commotion for anything? Was there any leads you wanted to check out? Anything you've read that you wanted to investigate more? As people scream around.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's like, like tapping her finger against her chin, like just taking her time thinking about like everything that's going on. And she's like, I just don't know if we have enough information. I mean, we did a lot of research today, before times.
I don't know.
I'm so confused. But did you say something about, I know you were talking about Mabel's notes, and you said there was something in there about masks, right?
The letter that invited me here, Mabel was the one who found that there was a hidden code in it. It was Elra Snow that invited us here, and she seems to have meant for us to check out the masks.
I mean, should we? We're here.
Might as well. Actually, if no one's attending the booth because of Razz's actions, maybe now's the time to take a peek.
See if there's any secret ingredients behind the counter.
Maybe. It was telling us to craft our mask carefully or something like that.
Maybe that's too literal, though.
Let's go check it out.
In the crowd, the people are coming by you, and then like an out of breath Yasher comes running up like, oh my god, I found you. Okay, we have to go. There's guns, Razz, there's a hostage. We have to go. Whew.
I think Melody's just gonna grab Yasher's arm and like loop her arm through it and just like, we're just calmly walking this way.
No. Razz could be in trouble. We have to find him. I don't know where he went, but he took someone. Oh.
Sounds like a Razz thing to do, honestly.
I thought you wanted to know how they were gonna be responsible for the commotion, but then you went ahead and caused the commotion?
I didn't cause the commotion. How did you do it? I didn't know. Razz shot a gun in the air, and then people started chasing us, and they were after him.
Okay, well...
It all went to hell in a handbasket, just like I was afraid of.
Do you know where Razz went?
No, I don't know. He ran towards the church. That was the last time I saw him.
Okay, well, if anything, we might check it out after. It's in Razz's hands now.
He could be in trouble. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do.
Is it gonna be like this every day?
I mean, this what it's like every day for me.
Well, we were gonna go check out some masks, which are actually right over here. If you're gonna just pop over there while we're right here.
That's a great idea. Just stay still for a moment. I wanna keep a souvenir of this moment. And she's gonna back up and take out her folding camera and just take like a picture of Melody. Melody's kind of just like, you know, happy demeanor next to Yasher completely out of breath on a panicked crowd backdrop.
You're a professional. Even in times of chaos.
Love it. Perfect. So the camera shutters. You hear the loud pop, and then the screen fades to white, and then the light filters through the windows of the church. The church is warmly lit. There are very few people there because the afternoon sermon's not until noon. There's like one or two devout people praying, but it's generally empty as the doors close behind Razz with a gun to Harcourt's back.
When the doors close on us, how much attention is on us specifically?
There isn't much, actually. So maybe you can infer that the church is in a very popular place.
Okay. Is there a secluded place? I can kind of...
The confessional.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. There are confessional booths, and there are doors at the back that you could see the altar boys walking in and out of, like carrying coffee and setting up candles. And
like any Catholic church I've ever been to, there's probably like a staircase up to a balcony where the organ is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Toilets, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bathroom.
If that's the case, okay, let me go up to the oldest looking altar boy, and I'll say,
Okay.
You there, young lad. I need all you and other young ones to give me this space. I'm a government official. Need to question this rabble rouser.
So you need the entire church?
No, just is there like a staircase with like a secluded area I could just sequester for just a moment?
Yeah, this guy's like wide-eyed. He's like late teens.
Then I kind of Razz kind of he grabs Harcourt just to make sure he's held secure, and he kind of leans over and he's like, he kind of taps the kid on the chest like, come on, young lad, don't you want to do something good for your country? Protect it.
Yeah, and you see him go, ow, and then and then he points to a door, and he says that leads up to the organ.
Good. Now I need you to keep watch on this door and make sure no one comes in unless they know the name Razz McClay. If they do, come and get me. All right?
Okay, Razz McClay.
Yes, sir. You know what they call that, right? Don't you, boy?
No?
Doing God's work. Yeah? All right. Get to it.
Okay. And he just is holding a coffee pot, and then he doesn't know what to do with it, and then he just goes back to pouring coffee.
Actually, I take the coffee pot from him. He goes like that, and I'm just like, God's work, son. Get to it.
Oh, okay. Harcourt, I don't think he'd stay quiet. He's still kind of recovering from the blow, and he's like, oh, man. He's like, hey, kid, you really think he's a police officer?
One more word, Harcourt. You get another. Remember, kid, God's work. and I try as quickly as possible to drag him up before he can keep spouting out more truths.
You drag him to the stairway, and there is like a little area. It's like a hallway, and then it leads up to, you can see the stairway off of it, but it's very quiet and no one's here. Yeah, it's just a darkened stone corridor with very little lighting, and it's quiet.
So the first thing Razz does is he pushes Harcourt away, does a strip search to make sure he's not holding anything too dangerous on him. So make sure I have a good account of what he has, because I know this person.
You find a .45 revolver. Hey, be careful with that.
Cute, Harcourt. You on a date with this?
Could put a bullet through your brain easy.
You could, if you're good enough at catching me. But now the rat is the hunter.
Well, you're not going to kill me. We both know that.
Harcourt, you want to know something?
What's that?
This might be my 1,000th day in this horrible city. What about you?
He squints and his like brows furrow. He's like, have you gone crazy?
Oh, Harcourt, you know me. We go back. You've been to my speakeasy that my bitch wife bought for me to keep me quiet. You know that. You know me. You know my family. You know where I live. You know how I think. So you know right now, I am not playing with you. And when I ask you a question, you will answer. You know that, don't you?
I know you're a piece of shit who steals from the boss.
That's the thing, Harcourt. You don't know the first thing about being married. You share everything. Your lies, your triumphs.
And then you hear from behind you, well, I guess we share everything. And behind you is your bitch ex-wife, Louise McClay.
She's doing God's work. She's doing God's work.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm cooked.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Endless Equinox. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you use. It's easy, free, and helps others learn about the show. Follow us for info, updates, and extra clips on our socials. We're on pretty much everything at Respect the Crit, or come be a part of our amazing community in our Discord. Mabel McIntyre is played by Jamie Lee Bonez, who you can find at Jamie MF Bones. Aline Lévesque is played by Xavier Trudeau-Deschênes, who you can find at Xavier TD on Blue Sky. Melody Thompson is played by Karen Huesman, who you can find at Not So Shy Ronnie. Razz McClay is played by Zach Clark. Yasher Angle is played by me, your host, Ian Duncan, and you can find me at iDunks. Our keeper of arcane lore is Susan Spenader, who you can find at Suze Laluz. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. The Call of Cthulhu 7th edition role-playing game is published by Chaosium Inc. And remember, whatever the system, miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and Cthulhu Fatagan. Zach, I'm so glad that you decided to do that. That was very cool.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Like a great team.
Yeah, that was really good.
Hey, it was that kiss.
Yes.
Chemistry just off the charts.
Nothing motivates you.
More basketball and football teams should do that more. They just don't want to win.
Yeah. If you want to win, smooch your teammates.
Can you imagine the dunks we'd get?
LeBron wasn't kissed enough.
Some of
That's what I'm
dunks.
saying.
I say we do away with doing the national anthem at games and just fill that with people kissing.
Yeah.
The kiss cam.